1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, baby, go! So let's make a drink about it. This is the weirdest show I've ever done. What was I talking about? We did such a good job. Here it comes. That's a glove. No, you did a good job. Don't you get excited? I gotta like the group of people that I have cultivated. Yes. All right, everybody. Welcome to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks, and we are here on Thirsty Thursday. It's a big deal. We don't often meet on Thursdays, but when we do, I like to try something new. Sometimes I just do the same old stuff. Whatever. We are going to be making a drink today that I found on a website. I guess you can say that about all my drinks too. All the drinks I've ever made on this show, you can find them on a website. The website, youtube.com/kushtender. However, as I was searching through, I remembered, hey, we kind of thought that Pegleg Punch was kind of interesting. Last time we made the Pegleg Punch, had some Aquavit in it. It was interesting. The caraway sort of made its way into the cocktail. It was nice. So I figured, hey, let's find what the Nordic people are doing with this caraway, this Aquavit, and turns out they're making cocktails with it. So I wanted to make one today that I found. I thought it was kind of interesting. I will make no mistake of it. I am a Cosmopolitan fan. Big fan of Cosmopolitans. Just turns out that's what I am. And so I figured the Nordic people are saying, do I call them Nordics? Do I call them Nords? Any Nords in here? Any Nordic people in here? Tell me what grouping classification would you like to be put in? I figured, hey, listen, a Cosmo, great cocktail. Let's make it Nordic style, Swedish style. Before we get too deep into it, let me say hello to all of my people. There's Kyle Tender. Bonus. A little extra cash for you there. A little bonus for you on Thursday. We didn't do a show yesterday. That's why we're here on Thursday. Avery, very, very excited about some of that. I know she didn't give me two, but there's that. Very excited. Oh, there they are. I knew they'd show up. Perfect. Bon, very excited about Thirsty Thursday as well. Thirsty Thursday, a very popular day. Apparently, we're not drinking enough water during the week. We get to Thursday. It is time to drink. Love that. There is Keith. He's allowed to stay behind after the bar closes. So is Avery with her Ola KT. Both of them can stay as long as they want. They don't have to go anywhere. The show will shut down eventually, however. DC Debbie Clark. Coming from the north. She's flanking our 12 o'clock. Love it. There is Cocktail Lulu, ready to go. Apostle of Tiki asking, who's thirsty? And when's Thursday? Today and everyone. Or everyone and today. Jay Carter, party starter. That's so smooth. I just happen to have it ready to go. All right. Oh, yeah. Jen says we can call her and her people Nords. So I'm going to do that. Call them Nords. Dougie G in the place to be with a big old howdy. Love it. All right, guys, let's get into this cocktail. I honestly have no idea why the author of this website, NordicSpirits.com, decided to call this the Cosmopolitan. I really, honestly, I had to sit for a minute. Cosmopolitan, famous for being a vodka cocktail, lime, orange liqueur, some cranberry juice, sometimes a little simple syrup if you're nasty. If you really want to get it sweetened up, that's the way to do it. Then I looked at this and I realized, other than the simple syrup, which is only the nasty ingredient, none of the ingredients are the same. 0%. So then I had to think, my goodness, why stumble into the Cosmopolitan? Well, I will tell you, it has to do with these guys right here. It's all of the very fresh fruits that go into it. We're going to be using, or fresh ingredients that go into it. We're going to be crushing a strawberry. We're going to be muddling a strawberry. We're going to be actually squeezing some ginger in here. We're going to be using our orange to flame. I have my lemon juice fresh squeezed as well. And that's really what the Cosmopolitan, when it started, that was the big deal. When our boy, Dale, I have Dale back here. Here he is. Look at this guy. Dale, right there. That's Dale DeGroff. Some would say he's the inventor of the Cosmopolitan. Others would disagree, but doesn't matter. Basically, what Dale DeGroff did was he was the one to bring back fresh ingredients into cocktails. For so long, the cocktail was a dead art. Literally, if you go back and watch Cocktail, the movie called Cocktail. It's ice cream and glowing red. It's garbage. It's hot garbage, the stuff he's making. You ever had a pink squirrel? Awful. They're delicious, but not in a good cocktail way. Dale DeGroff decided, hey, stop it. Dale said to everybody, stop it. Put it down. Put down that sour sauce. I don't want to see any of it. Let's squeeze fresh. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making all this stuff fresh. I have a feeling that is where we are. That is the connection. There's a chance that I made that connection and nobody else did, and that is just fine. It's my show. Let's get into it. We are going to start by chopping this strawberry. We're going to take off its little hat here. Little strawberry hat. Get that out of here. And we're just going to cut it into small enough pieces. Don't have to be microscopic. We're not dicing anything. We're not julienning. We're just going to go ahead and cut it into nice enough pieces so that we can get our muddle on. We're going to take our thing. Oh, man, you know what would have been really smart of me to do is to put a clear thing so we can see all this muddling. Oh, well. Big dum-dum. We're going to take our strawberries. We're going to toss them right in here. We'll get Muddle Cam coming in here. Muddle Cam. We're going to take some simple syrup. 2-to-1 simple syrup. I made it right before. That's why it's cloudy. It's not cloudy because it's been sitting there for forever. Cloudy because it's freshly made. We're going to be putting in, is it a 1/4 ounce? Listen, we'll probably edit this out. I've never made this cocktail before. I think you guys are figuring it out. It's 1/2 ounce. We're going to go ahead and put in 1/2 ounce of some 1-to-1 simple syrup. Oh. There we go. And from here, we're going to muddle. Basically, what we are doing is we are going to be making some sort of viscous strawberry simple syrup. That's all we're doing right now. So let's get into Muddle Cam right here. When we muddle, it isn't this, or it's not, or not. Don't grit your teeth. No TMJ for muddling. We're going to grip it way up here. We just want to give it a spin. So all we're doing is we're asking, we're begging of the strawberries. Please, Mr. Strawberry, give me your juices. Nobody click that. Get that in there. Just barely breaking them until we can start to see through Muddle Cam. All of that good, juicy redness. We're going to get that real fresh strawberry flavor. I assume that you could also make some strawberry simple syrup beforehand. Very simple. Equal parts sugar to water. Bring it to a boil. Once it boils, take it off the heat. Throw some chopped strawberries in there. Let that sit for, I don't know, 30 minutes. Let it steep. And you'll have yourself some strawberry simple syrup. But that's not what we have here. We're overwhelming this with strawberry. So I think we're sort of going for that. You know, strawberries sort of have a sour taste to them a little bit. So those earth berries. That's how you say it in German. In case anybody speaks German. Erdbeere. The earth berries. I speak a very little German, and strawberry is one of the ones that I know. And Kish, cherries. I could order like a 1/4 of a fruit salad anywhere in Germany. Okay, so we have this here. Look at that. That's what we got going. Next thing we're going to be putting in here is going to be some of this. This is some peach liqueur. Sort of struck me as odd, this peach liqueur. I used some of this peach liqueur this week, although you haven't seen it yet. It does show up for a cocktail that I make with Tammy. It is, I make a cocktail tomorrow. I'm going to make a cocktail tomorrow called Priest Problems. Tune in. It's riveting. But we're going to take some of this peach. We're going to go ahead and put in a 1/4 ounce of some peach liqueur, or some creme de pêche. Peach liqueur is odd. We don't want that one. Almost never. Well, that's just going to be gone forever. Almost never do you want to put in too much peach liqueur. Do not, if I could impart a little bit of knowledge that I've learned. If you're trying to make a new cocktail, try not to flavor it with liqueur, with like a fruit liqueur or one of those. Try and flavor it with the real stuff and sort of support with the liqueur. The liqueur is always going to taste, there's always going to be some falseness to it because it's sitting, it's pickling basically. It's sitting in a jar that can never die. If a peach could never die, you would never want to bite into that thing. But the peach can never die in the, this is getting a little metaphysical. Yes, hashtag hot tip. Hot tip. So just as you are making things in the future, if you want a peach daiquiri, the way to make a peach daiquiri is never ever going to be to just add peach liqueur to a daiquiri. It's going to be to add some peach to a daiquiri. And if you want to sort of amp it up a little bit, send in the reserves, send in that liqueur for reserves. That's that. Okay. Next bit we're going to be doing, I'm going to move this off to the side here, is we're going to be adding, and I had to do a couple double takes today, ginger juice. I make a very nice ginger syrup. That is not what we are going to be making. Oh, real quick, Glenn Cushman is here. I figured maybe I'd give him a call, but now he's here. Just a reminder for Glenn's birthday. His birthday isn't Monday, but it's coming up. We are going to be tasting on Monday some Zacapa. So get your Zacapa ready, your rum for Rum Monday. Get your Zacapa ready. You should be able to find Zacapa in most places. It is a little, but we're going to find out if it's worth it. If you want to watch my review first and see if it's worth it, watch my review. But that is on Monday. If you want to come back to Rum Monday, that is going to be the rum we are tasting. Okay, it said rum, or it said ginger juice. Ginger juice. No idea. I had no idea. All right. When I make ginger syrup, which shows up all over the place, take a few things of ginger. You don't even need to peel them. Throw them into a blender with some sugar, some water. Blend that up. Squeeze it through something called a chinois, which I've learned I probably shouldn't be saying. It might not be a nice word, but it's like a big, like a filter, basically. And then you take all that stuff out after you got it. You put it back in. You put some more sugar, some water, and then you blend it up again. It's the whole thing. Well, that's not what it's looking for. It is not looking for ginger syrup. It is looking for ginger juice. So I now have to peel ginger like an absolute noob, like I am bar backing all of a sudden. Here I am just chopping ginger. We want to get all of these little things that I did a little earlier. I want to get all of the little skin off of it until we're left with like a thumb-sized nublet of ginger right here. Slice this right there. And then we are going to take one of these guys. I have learned recently, today, moments ago, I learned there are ginger juicers. If you are drinking so much ginger juice in your life that you need a ginger juicer, somebody will sell it to you. I have found a different way. I have found, peel it with a spoon. Dang. Peel it with a knife. Look at all the stuff we're learning. We're going to try that next. What I've done is I've then take our ginger, I'm putting it into a lime juicer. Ginger and lime, basically the same situation. Both end up in a dark and stormy. We love that. And we're going to go ahead and give this a squeeze. Now, I learned very quickly that this is the absolute pits. Luckily for us, we don't need that much. We really only need about maybe a little less than 1/4 of an ounce. So once we got here, we're going to go, I'll throw just a little bit more in here. So we're keeping this part in here. All we're using this next ginger to do is extra squeezing power. Oh, yeah, look at all that. Oh, my goodness. It's like a... Ginger juice is like saffron, man. It's hard to get out. It's probably very expensive in some corners of the world. I think Fernet Branca owns about 75% of the world's stuff. Hot pro tip. Yes, hashtag hot pro tip. Everybody reel into the peeling with ginger with a spoon. All right. We're definitely going to do that. I'm going to do that tonight. We're going to see how we did that. Okay. Oh. Speaking Bonbon's language. She's already done the ginger. Okay. Well, either way, we're doing with a spoon next time. Absolutely. This knife stuff is for the birds. Watch out for birds with knives. Go ahead and throw just your dash of ginger juice, not syrup, ginger juice into your cocktail. Just a little dash, Aru. Ginger's a big flavor. When we were discussing it, we were discussing Aquavit a few days ago. We noticed that even just a little bit of Aquavit in a big flavor cocktail, or in a medium flavored cocktail, you're going to run into a lot of that caraway, a lot of that drying sensation. We're going to be hitting this with almost 2 ounces of some Aquavit. We need big flavors in this. So next flavor we're putting in here is going to be some lemon juice. We're going to be putting in 3/4 of an ounce of some fresh squeezed lemon juice. Right there. I mean, if you don't think that looks like a party, that looks like a party, huh? Oh, goodness. Debbie is saying squeezing blood out of a turnip. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay, last thing we're putting in here is going to be some Aquavit, the water of life. Very nice stuff, caraway flavored liqueur. Apparently, it doesn't always have to be just caraway. Sort of like gin, it does have to have that juniper in it. But after that, you decide how much juniper you want in it. It doesn't have to be a full caraway. Linny, the stuff that we have available to us readily in the United States, there's a lot of caraway in this. So we're going to take some of our Aquavit and we're going to go ahead and put in 1 3/4 ounces of some Aquavit. Now that's a big ass flavor. That's a lot going on in that. Whew. There are people who think that Aquavit is the worst liquor in the world. I can see what they're thinking. Hello, George. Greetings. Greetings. All right, let's put a little bit of ice in here. Let's give this a shake. Oh, Ellie shot. Now, one thing that we can definitely say, you know, this is definitely similar to the Cosmopolitan, is that color. It's not supposed to be red. It's supposed to be pink. Did we pull it off in this? That's the Cosmo. It's not supposed to be red. It's supposed to be pink. I don't know what this one's supposed to be. Throw our glass out here and get that ice off of there. Lovely. And let's give this a shake. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, Kyle, what have we done? We don't have a muddler. We don't have a Hawthorne strainer. All right, well, we're going to strain it back with this. We're going to double strain. 1, 2. We would have double strained anyway. We want as much of that strawberry out of this as we can. We don't want a bunch of strawberry chunks hitting us. So let's go ahead and double strain this. Pours pretty slow. A lot of that strawberries in there. Looks pretty good, though. Certainly isn't... Let's say it certainly isn't not red. It's not red. Kind of an appetizing looking cocktail. A lot of strawberry forward. I think that's really... If you make strawberry simple syrup, I promise you, you're never going to get this color. You're going to get a sort of pink color. It's going to be a little bit more translucent, but this is looking pretty good. And the one request that they made for this cocktail, for the garnish, is that you light the orange peel into it. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to take fresh orange. We're going to slice here, trying to keep as much of the inside of the orange on the inside, and keep as much as the pith of the pith to itself. Grab a lighter right here. Fix. Of course, you can always just light the orange right off of the lighter. Problem I've always had with that, and I think we talk about this all the time, is butane does not taste great in cocktails. You just want the wood, you want the orange, you want all of that. I think the reason that we are lighting this on fire is because, of course, when we light it on fire, we're going to be rubbing it right up here. We're going to be releasing a lot of those oils. So we're going to get more oils. This is going to be a very flavorful cocktail. And so we will get more flavor out of this orange than we would if we were just to squeeze it in. All right, here we go. Let's light this. Not necessary to squeeze it 47 times. It's just out of many years of bartending, that is how we do it. Drop that in there. And now we have, I wish it would have stayed up. You know what? I ripped it in half. Let's pull it like this. So now we have a, there we go. If we're going to make it look pretty, we might as well make it look all the way pretty, right? That right there is this. Oh, goodness, you guys have been chatting. Such a pretty color. Kyle says he's done nothing. That is true. It's my fault. I was saying like, oh, God. Like, oh, Kyle. I've never actually had Aquavit bonbon, so very... Oh, this cocktail screams garden party, springtime in Sweden. No doubt about it, Lulu. Absolutely it does. What's the difference between Aquavit and schnapps? Aquavit is the caraway flavor. Now, there are schnapps. There are Swedish schnapps as well. Those will have other things. Some of them will have orange and cinnamon. Some of them will have wormwood. Technically, Malort, my least favorite situation, is it's wormwood. It's like a wormwood schnapps. Oh, goodness. Okay. Aquavit versus Malort. Aquavit versus Malort is the question. I'm very excited. Jeppson's Malort, the very brand Jeppson's Malort, is easily the worst liquid on the earth. That is commercially made. Easily. There just isn't another doubt about it. There are very nice Malorts. Malort's just wormwood. Caraway is also very strong. I assume that there are Aquavits in the world with all that caraway that are going to be awful. They're going to be bitter. They're going to be rough. They're going to be very tumble. All that kind of stuff. For me, the worst wormwood, or the worst Malort versus the worst Aquavit. I've never had the worst Aquavit. I got to say probably the Malort is the worst. The best Malort versus the best Aquavit, I think they would probably be right there because they would be subtle. You get all the flavors you want. We will go on a journey with all that stuff. Why would you do Zacapa when you know I'm celebrating Silver March? Well, not everybody knows exactly what you're doing all the time. We're doing it for your birthday. His birthday's coming up. Hey, thank you. Good flamage. Here we go. He is on the hunt for a nice little bit. Yeah, I don't know if Bon explained this up here, but Yeah, either way. Beach Bum Berry loved using Aquavit for a long time. So it does show up in some newer tiki cocktails, like Pegleg Punch. Cheers to all of you. Let's see how we did with this one. From NordicSpirits.com, this is the Swedish Cosmopolitan. Oh my God. Mm. Wow. Okay. All right. Lots of flavor. Big time flavor. Can I suggest you do not use strawberry simple syrup in this? Muddle the strawberries into the simple syrup. The color alone is spectacular, right? Interesting enough, even with 1.75 ounces of Aquavit, I am catching very little. It's a little drying on the back, just a little bit, but there's also some ginger in there, which is also pretty spicy through the whole thing. So it's those two flavors I could see really clashing in other things. In this, work very well. The lemon versus lime issue, I think you could probably bring some lime in here, give this a little bit more credibility in the Cosmopolitan space, but it does really well. All in all, it's just very difficult to beat a cocktail that is all freshly made like that. It's you get them in the right proportions, and you know, stop. This is awesome. Dr. Lulu says they are partial to the Blinking Owl Distillery in Santa Ana. I've actually shot a show there. I had a bottle of their Aquavit for a long time. It is a very nice Aquavit. It is a little less caraway, so a little milder than the Linny, but very, very nice either way. If you are ever in Santa Ana, it's very cool. They have the bar is set up. There's a big, behind the bar is a glass that looks into their distillery. Very cool. Yeah, find that because it really is nice. That is lovely. That is absolutely, I didn't think it would be bad. I didn't think I would love it as much. Ginger juice. Listen, Christmas list. I'm going to get a ginger juicer. It's very nice to add add a little ginger to it. Perfect. All right. That is it. I recommend this cocktail. Thank you, NordicSpirits.com. You guys clearly are doing the right stuff. Yeah, a really, really good use of Aquavit. A lot of Aquavit cocktails are not good uses of Aquavit. A lot of Aquavit cocktails, put it with some gin or even just some vodka, and you're in good hands. This, very nice. I bet this would be good with gin too, though. Either way. Tomorrow, youtube.com/Mixed Cocktail Hour. Tammy and I are going to be doing our St. Patrick's Day show. I bring 3 green drinks that do not use any green food coloring. We use other ways to make the drinks green. I worked in bars for a long time. I think I probably worked through 16 St. Patrick's Day. Every time I would come home, hands died of green food coloring. None of that. You want a green drink on St. Patrick's Day? I'm giving you a week before it to get your stuff together. So watch that tomorrow. After that, oh dang, the low carb cocktail guy. The low carb cocktail guy. We did a recipe from a website, Aquavit, Swedish Cosmopolitan. So yeah, tune in there tomorrow. Saturday, I thought we were gonna have Cruise. We are not gonna have Cruise. So we're gonna have to. We're readjusting right now. Cruise will be here very soon. We all loved Cruz as a guest. So that is that, my friends. As always, a pleasure. Thank you for joining me on Thirsty Thursday. Looking forward to a couple shows coming up here soon. We're going to do a very long stream coming up here. We're gonna do a subscriber drive, I think it's called. I think we're gonna do like a 12-hour stream. We're just gonna go. You guys want to watch a guy fall off a bar chair? Fun one to watch. And also, May 6th. Mark your calendars. I'm saying it right now. May 6th. I know that's in 2 months. We are going to be racing horses again. So if you are a subscriber, if you're a Patreon, you will get first choice of horse and lane. It is May 6th coming up. Please, please, please spend your Derby Day with me. It is our tradition, and we will have horse racing. So get ready for that. All right. Thank you, everybody. And as we always say, until one day we don't.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
And some fruit cocktail in heavy syrup.
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve ratatata.
Have a drink with that.
How about that drink?
Wow.
Oh no. Oh no.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve ratatata.
Goodbye.
Tiki 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 taka taka ta tiki tiki nueve ratatata.
Have a drink with that.
What did you do to my drink?
This is the way we talk in Tucson, Arizona.
Goodbye.
Bye bye.
Goodbye.